Let's examine the setup. So we have a 12-volt power supply simulating the battery or alternator on the Jeep. That then goes into a light switch, which can simulate the blinker or the brakes staying on. That feeds into the Jeep compliant wire harness, and we have the red or yellow and green wires hot when the light switch is on. Part of that power goes into the Arduino. The other part goes through a relay to the horn. So the Arduino will run the program when the power is applied, and when the logic commands the relay to open, the horn will fire. Let's look at the program logic. So the first thing I do is store a beep count in permanent memory. So anytime we execute a beep, that gets incremented by 1. Now what I want to do is early, when we're all around, we definitely want it to beep so we can hear it and make sure it's working. And then the middle phases, when we're still around but maybe driving in town, the chance of a beep becomes a little bit less but still likely. And then late, when he's gone and living his life in Colorado, we want it to be very infrequent and seemingly random. So if beep count is less than 5, so I execute a delay of 5 to 15 seconds before going into the rest of the program. If beep count is less than 15 but greater than 5, that delay will be a random period of 10 to 45 seconds. And then late, when we've beeped more than 45 times, that delay is a random number between 3 seconds and 500 seconds. So if you think of a brake press as typically, other than transient presses of the brakes, typical brake press at a red light might be 30 seconds to a minute. You're virtually guaranteed to get a beep early and even mid, but then late, it's going to be, maybe 1 out of 10 times, it's going to actually beep. So then what happens? We've randomly calculated a delay. We execute the delay. If he takes the foot off the brake and power is cut, nothing happens. However, if we get through the delay period and there's still continuous power, then we randomly select a beep pattern, and I can make additions or deletions to list, but I have 3 patterns right now. 1 long, beep, 2 mediums, beep, beep, and then 2 quicks and a long, beep, beep, beep. So if that part of the program executes and we actually beep, then we increment beep counter, return to the top of the program. It's unlikely it's going to execute twice through, but it could if the very first delay was short and he's at a long traffic light, for example. So I've now zeroed out the beep counter from my experiments. So this is like we're starting fresh. I've got everything hooked up. So now let's put on the brakes. So now we've got power to the device. We're executing a random delay. And we get a beep. Brakes off. Let's do it again. Brakes on. Power on. Random delay. Brakes off. Now let's simulate turn signal. Nothing happening. Brakes.